There are two forces that move human experience. They are opposite forces. One is fear and the other love. Fear comes when there is the feeling that that which is important, that which is vital, will be somehow taken away or interfered with. When fear of loved ones being lost, fear of losing one's domicile or one's livelihood, fear of desperate situations, fear of illness, pain, and finally, fear of death. The most significant fear of all, that even afflicts the wise. So, on the one hand, so much of human experience is driven by fear. Fear that you will not have enough, fear that you will not be enough, fear that you will not survive, fear that you will lose those you love and that which you have. The other force that drives human experience is love. Love is the binding force which pulls people together, which brings you towards that which you love, which gives a feeling of a desire for unity, for wholeness of being, for connectedness, for interwovenness. Love builds relationships. Love builds connection. Connection to those around you, connection to loved ones, connection to yourself, and connection to your deeper source, connection to your deepest self. Out of these two, love is the most powerful force there is. Fear has a power and exists for a reason. It will motivate you to do something when something needs doing about a situation. Except so often fear comes up, anxiety comes up about situations in which you are helpless to control. And yet you keep on wanting to resolve them or control them. And the fear can grow in magnitude, and a great deal of anxiety can be present. Fear exists to help you move out of situations that you should not be in, or to move towards situations you should be in. So it has its benefit in human life. But it has a great disadvantage. It is most uncomfortable. And to follow fear is to build greater fear. To follow love is to build greater love. How to know the difference between following fear and following love? They become intermingled. You fear to lose your loved ones. You gain attachment to loved ones that you are afraid to lose. You gain attachment to possessions you are afraid to lose. You gain attachments to status, to position you are afraid to lose. You are attached to your health and well-being physically and afraid to lose it. So out of love for something comes attachment to that which you love. And out of that attachment comes fear. So the desire to grasp and to hold and the desire to avert and avoid go hand in hand. They are like two sides of a coin. They go together. But they are both based in the understanding that there is something to lose and there is something to gain. They are both based in an assumption that you are a limited body-mind entity that will suffer if you don't acquire. That you must acquire love, that you must acquire well-being, that you must acquire health, you must acquire all that you need, and thus you are in a position of fear. So fear and love, attachment and aversion are based in the sense of ego identity. They are the result of identifying with limitation. They are the result of identifying with an I feeling and a body-mind structure. But when through deep meditation and contemplation you realize there is more to you than the I feeling and the body-mind structure, you begin to realize in the silence of your being that there is a subterranean existence to you. There is a presence in your existence which neither comes nor goes. There is a witnessing consciousness to every action in your life, every experience that you have. You witness those experiences. You experience them. And the you that witnesses and experience, that knows your own existence, that knower cannot be lost, cannot be harmed, cannot be acquired. That knowing intelligence that is you has always existed, will continue to exist. And when you, the knower, begin to contemplate your own existence, you discover there is an undying essence and love within that is undeniable, a beloved that is the self of yourself. And that beloved, that love, is in all beings, in all things, in all forms, and in all experiences, even the painful experiences. When you come to that deep peace within, that deep love within, you come to universal love. A love that does not have an opposite, a love which you do not need to grasp onto, because it always has been, is, and always will be. It never changes. It is an undying, unconditional shower of grace. a loving source of being, a wholeness which you can rest in. And when the world gets strained and stressful, let it be your shelter in the storm. When you move into the illusion of gain and loss, needing and fearing, return to the stillness within you. Return to the self of yourself. Return where you can sink into awareness of the love that surrounds you, is within you, has always been, and will always be. That love, that Christ light, Christ love, the love of Krishna, of Shiva, the love of the most gracious one, the love of your deepest self, the nature of your deepest self, an undying universal love, which you need not grasp to find, and you need never fear losing, because it always has been and always will be. When your attention and awareness shifts from the desperation and fear and the need and grasping, trying to hold on, to acquire, when it shifts from that ego identity that is fearful to the larger, vaster sense of self, the deeper sense of self, that knows, that is, then this subterranean love arises. And you see that all human relationships, all the people you have ever loved, are the reflections of this deeper love, this eternal love. And in this love, you are ever whole, ever one. In this love, you need never fear. In this love, you do not need to grasp. For what you long for, you realize you already have. You are in your own essential nature. The beloved of your life is the closest of close to you, is the one self of yourself, is the eternal, omniscient, omnipresent being. The unending love that is the source nature of your own self. Let yourself sink into that love, to feel it in every breath you take, in every fiber of your being, throughout your body, to feel that love in every person that you know, in every tree, in every animal, in every blade of grass. This love lives, reflected back to you in 1,000 forms, existing in your own heart of hearts. This is the eternal self, the eternal love. And when you sink into it, when you surrender, when you let go into it, fear flies away. Grasping is unnecessary. For what you love, you already have. It lies in your own essential nature. A divinity so profound that there are no words to call it. A love so great. All human love is but a reflection of it. This is Ananda. This is the bliss of being. This is the wholeness, which is your true nature. Let go. Surrender. Surrender.